So in the last day or so, Joyce versus Christian Hammer has been announced. Um, Joyce is somebody I've always quite liked. He's a bit of an enigma, someone that looks very robotic. Um, the way he speaks is very similar to the way he fights. But he always seems to get the job done, and he's got some crazy engine on him, and he's just a non-stop, massive man. And we all like the heavyweight action, but for me, I don't really see Christian Hammer being too too much of a test. Even though Joyce has been out with a suspected broken hand or broken arm, something along those lines, and he hasn't fought since he last fought Carlos Takam. Stop Carlos Takam on his feet. Maybe a slightly premature stoppage by Steve Gray, but was it Steve Gray? Yeah, that's the one. But very quickly it was one-way traffic, and the writing was on the wall. Daniel Dubois, beautiful performance. Utilizing the jab, a bit of movement. I had to take a couple of shots early doors, but that jab was just all he needed all night. Brian Jennings, good performance. Hurt early with the body shot. Ustinov, yeah, he was no test, was he? Bermain Staverne just got absolutely done. Joe Hanks, I think Joe Hanks threw a few good shots, but very quickly got overwhelmed. And then we're going back. So he's just looking at these last few fights. He hasn't got an extensive record, has he? So 14 fights or something. He's 36 with 13 fights, and he's fought what? He hasn't fought this year. He hasn't fought since July last year, and then 2020. So he's the kind of man that really needs to get a move on. He's really up there with the rankings, and he really needs to be pushing the boat out. I see the way the Christian Hammer fight. I see Christian Hammer getting taken out. Mid rounds again, similar to Carlos Takam. Crikey, Frank Sanchez, Hughie Fury. I don't know. I actually fought Frank Sanchez. Last fight I saw that he was in was against Hughie Fury, where he retired on his stool. It was very bizarre. I was very impressed with how Hughie Fury was coming along. I was a little bit disappointed he was pulled out because I wanted to see, the rest of the fight. But sometimes that happens. But to be fair, man, I remember watching fighting Tyson Fury before he fought Klitschko, Kevin Johnson, Danny Williams. Yeah, man, he's been in with all the guys, a lot of the guys anyway. So yeah, very experienced vet. I would say, what's he? He's only 34, man. He's younger than Joyce. To me, in my head, he's a vet and borderline, if not a journeyman. So yeah, I see him getting taken out. I know Joyce has been trying to lose some weight and getting back into the swing of things because he's been out a year, innit? So sometimes that's just how it is. Mike Tyson dressed as a bee there. What a man. But yeah, I've seen Joe Joyce's and Tyson Fury eyeing up an October date for a fight. I think that would be brilliant, especially since the Joshua Usyk fight is definitely happening. August. Is it August? July? August? Pardon me. And I would really like, the winner of Joyce versus Fury to fight the winner of Usyk versus Joshua. The only thing is Tyson Fury saying he's wanting 500 million, 500 million smackaroonies is what he's wanting for the fight, which is I don't know. I don't know. You can't never tell with Tyson Fury since he's so up and down whether he's joking or whether he's being deadly serious. But if he is being serious, he's pricing himself out, and he doesn't really want the fight, in my opinion. If he's saying that because he just wants to you know expel into you know the world that that's what he's wanting, so he's more likely to get it or something close to that, and put his market value out there, so he gets topped off the fight. That's fine, but there obviously has to be some movement in that because contract has to work out. Parties have to get paid. Lots of things to sign off in a contract. So I would really like that. That would be ideal for me. You're saying in here that watching this interview, really enjoyed it actually, and yeah, he does rip into AJ, and he's saying AJ's leaked sparring footage of him where he's seemingly getting beaten up by AJ, so very sort of biased footage, just like a certain portion, and he's obviously not happy about that because to him he thinks AJ it shows AJ's vulnerability that he's like trying to get one over other people because the way Joyce puts it is essentially he's a bit of an empty shell now. He just doesn't have what he used to have, and Joyce seems to think he's ready for the taking. So Joyce wants that fight, and fair play. I want to see AJ fight Joyce. I want to see Fury fight Joyce. I want Joyce to fight Usyk. I want all the guys to fight each other, top guys. And like I might have said before, for Fury to go down, he needs to beat guys like AJ, Usyk, Joyce. At the bare minimum to go down as a great. I mean, for me, Lennox Lewis, how many title defenses did he have? 18, was it? So world title, defenses. How many Fury had? 2. Wilder and Dillian White. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on this fight and potentially the rest of the card. It's coming around the corner in the next 2-3 weeks, so should be a good one. Yeah, remember, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys soon.